Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's look is inspired by Tim Burton's version of the Cheshire Cat, and this is also a collaboration with a newer artist here on YouTube. His name is Adhesive, and as you can see, he will be doing the classic version of the Cheshire Cat. So check him out and go give him some love, tell him that I sent you over, and I will have all his links in the description. If you want to see how I did my part, then go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so I'm starting out with eyeshadow primer, and I'm applying this all over my eyelid as well as underneath my eyes. I'm then applying a teal eyeshadow just to my eyelids, and I'm going to start working this up into the crease and above the crease using windshield wiper motions, and you can take this up as high as you would like. I gave mine kind of domed, just round shapes to kind of mimic the shape of his eyes. I'm then using a black eyeliner to line all the way across the top of that teal eyeshadow. I'm then taking that out from the outer corner and then up onto my temple. And then I'm curving that down from the top to create a bit of a wing, and I didn't like how high my line was, so I just went in and rubbed it off and drew it on a teeny bit lower. I'm now just filling that wing in and also thickening it a little bit. I'm taking this along the lower lash line as well. So next I'm going in with a black eyeshadow, and I'm packing this onto the eyeliner as well as smudging it out a bit. And at the beginning of my brow, I'm blending that black up into my brow, and then along the rest of that black line, I'm just kind of smudging and blending to get a smoother line. I'm using my Sigma E36 brush to really soften that line. I decided I really wanted to round this out at the outer corner, so I'm just blending in that black eyeshadow a bit more. Same thing along the lower lash line, just applying that black eyeshadow and smudging and blending it out to soften the line. I'm then going in with just a clean mascara wand and picking up a bit of my Ben Nye Clown White, and then I'm just brushing that through my brows. I'm then just taking any of the leftover clown white and blending that gently down into the eyeshadow, both at the arch of the brow and at the beginning of the brow. Then I'm going in with a darker teal eyeshadow and just blending that between the black and the original teal. And if you happen to get a little bit too dark onto your teal, you can just go back in with that lighter teal color and lighten it up a little bit. I'm using that same black liner to tightline my eyes. I'm also lining along the top lash line, and this doesn't need to be neat or anything because we're just going to go back in again with that black eyeshadow and smudge and blend everything out. I'm then applying just a couple coats of black mascara to my top and bottom lashes, and I'm also going to apply false lashes, although I'm not sure the style, but they are similar to the Ardell 134s that I've used in a few past looks. So moving on to the nose, I'm using kind of a natural pink cream blush, and I'm just applying this in a rough cat nose shape. We'll go in and define it later. I started doing this like little cat mouth shape above my lips, which I really ended up disliking, so I go in a little bit and take that out, but for the mouth, I'm doing these sharp kind of wavy, jagged teeth in the smile shape. And I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner to do all this outlining. Creating the teeth on the lips can be a little bit tricky, so just carefully line everything up with your mouth closed. And now I'm just filling in that entire mouth area using my Mehron Black Paradise paint. So I went ahead and finished one half of my face because I didn't really have a plan and I didn't want to be all over the place for you guys. So I did one half and now I'm going to show you how to do the rest. Alright, so I'm starting out with my Ben Nye Clown White and I'm using this to fill in the teeth and start creating some of the hair texture. And it's really pretty simple. We're just going to be going back and forth between a few different colors to help create some dimension in the fur. We're starting out with the white and we're just kind of flicking that up towards the eye for right now. And once we move in towards the center of the face, I'm starting to flick that in toward the nose. And what I mean by flicking is that we're not creating just a hard line on our face. We want to have a little bit of lightness and featheriness at the end of that line. So we're applying the most pressure at the beginning of that line, and as we flick up, we're going to start removing that pressure so the line will get thinner and lighter. Then once we get onto the nose, I'm kind of curving that up towards the center of the face, and for the most part, we are following kind of the natural flow and shape of our face as we create this fur. And then I'm just lightly filling in underneath the eye with the white, and then I'm going to gently blend that out with my finger, and then we'll go in and redefine some of those white lines. And now we're just going up onto the forehead to continue creating that fur, and above the eyebrows we're kind of doing little wing flicks, and then we're also going to blend this down a little bit into our brows. And then I'm also doing a few smaller hairs going in the opposite direction. Then I'm starting at the center of the forehead and curving up and out, as well as filling in down the center of my face. And then as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of blank space between these two areas. We're gonna go back in that space with the teal first. So next I'm going in with a gray cream color. This one is from Ben Nye and I'm using it on a little bit bigger of a brush just so I can get some softer lines, and I'm just going through and kind of sporadically adding some gray lines in between the white lines. And you can just add however much gray that you want. Like I said, we're going to be going back and forth between this and the white and the black. So it's kind of just preference, what you want it to look like. If you want it to be darker, you can add more gray and black. If you want it to be lighter, you cannot add as much black. So it's really just up to you what you want the final look to look like. So moving back up to that blank area on our forehead, we're using a teal to create kind of a rounded brow shape and then also some stripes, and this is actually the same teal eyeshadow that we used on the eyes. I just got my brush a little bit wet so it would be a little bit creamier of a consistency. I'm using this on a bit of a thicker brush as well so I could get thicker stripes, and on the jaw I'm doing them a little bit more spread out. I'm then going back in with the white and just adding a little bit of that throughout the teal, and then we're going to start adding some of the black in using a really fine detail brush. I'm using really light pressure here with the black, and I'm just following the same shapes and directions that we have made with our other colors. So once you have your black in there, you can go ahead and kind of just go back and forth between that and the gray and white until you're happy with how it looks. So the last thing we need to do is define our cat nose. So I am bringing my nostril in just a little bit, as well as outlining the shape of the nose using that same black eyeliner. And I'm just kind of doing this messily because we're going to, again, go back in with our black eyeshadow and kind of smudge everything and blend it out so that we have a softer look. And then to help blend that into the fur a little bit better, I'm going back in with my white and I'm just blending that into the nose to help both blend it and define the shape a little bit more. And I'm using those small flicking motions downward along the top of the nose just to keep that furry look. And that will finish off this look. So I apparently forgot to film any intro-outro footage, so this little nugget is all you guys get. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.